Hey guys, today we wanted to talk to you a little bit about our new laser machine. I know that some of you guys was able to make for Kaylee's training on it, but for those of you that was not, I wanted to show you some tips and tricks as far as utilization of our new machine. It is a companion machine just like our old one, just a newer version. So there's a lot of aspects of the machine itself that is going to be the same. But there is some aspects that we did want to show you all that is different. So when you guys go to turn on the machine, you're gonna press and hold the power button here at the bottom. So there is no key in the back of the machine like the old one. It's all accessed here. When plugging in the machine, this is battery operated. So when it's not in use, if we can remember to plug it in at its docking station, which is gonna be in surgery, and we'll show you guys that later. It can operate without being plugged in. Our current one right now, there's an issue within the battery pack that they're sending us a new one. So until then, it will still need to be plugged into the wall when being used. But once we get that new battery pack in, you should be able to plug it in when not used. And then when you go into rooms with clients, you won't have to plug it into the wall at that time. So once you turn it on, there's a screen that pops up and it asks for a password. We did put the password info right here just in case it's forgotten, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hit enter, and then it prompts you up to our screen. So it does look a little bit different than our old one, but it's still got all the same features. The main ones that you're going to be using is patient tracker and operation. So this new system is not going to have logged any of our past recordings of patients. So it is very important that when we're going in here and we're logging our new patients, that we fill out the information entirely. So that way when we are searching in the future, we pull up the right record and all the records are stored correctly. Alright, so that's as far as getting started with the new machine. The back portion of the machine is a little bit different than our old one, as you can see. So on the side there's this wheel, and for the handpiece itself, that is where its cord is going to be housed. So it's not a bunch of cords that's wrapping around the base of the machine, it's actually all going to be stored here. So we really want to make sure when we're housing this back, we are appropriately wrapping the cord around this wheel. That way that the makeup of the machine, all the transfer of treatment is not broken or damaged, because if this cord is kinked, the delivery of the treatment is going to be altered. So make sure that when we're wrapping this back up accordingly, we're not kinking it, we're not rolling it over with the wheels of the machine. It's stored back appropriately here. When we are doing a treatment, you see this nice little Wii handle. We want to make sure that we're wrapping it around our wrists, so it's just a little bit extra security. So when you're doing a treatment, wrap it around your wrist, hold it in your hand like this. So extra security, just make sure we don't drop this. Our treatment heads are also a little bit different. Visually they look the same, but how they're housed on the storage cart is different. So they are actually locked on the storage cart, so they're not just free roaming, on the cart. Sometimes we've dropped them in the past, so they're actually locked. So if you get on here, you turn it, and it comes off. There is a middle portion right here with this little ball. It communicates with this other middle portion within the treatment head. So when you're going back to put it on, you slide it down and turn it. You hear that click. That's when you know it is locked. If you just push it down, it's still roaming. So you have to make sure when you push it down, you hear that click and it's locked in. Same goes for the handpiece. On the handpiece, you have a metal ball here, communicates with the middle tab here within the treatment head. You make sure those line up. You push it on. This is not locked yet, so you push it on and you turn it. You hear the click, and now it's locked onto the handpiece. When you go to take it off, turn it and pull it off. Turning it on, click, turn it, and make sure it's locked onto the handpiece. So that way, then now you're ready to do your treatment. As far as cleaning, in the past, every usage afterwards, we had not been cleaning these treatment heads. So it is recommended moving forward after each use that we clean the heads appropriately. Solutions that we're going to use to clean the treatment heads is alcohol and Kim wipes. So everybody knows that the Kim wipes are housed next to the microscope. This is what the Kim wipes look like. It's the tissue-like material here. You'll use alcohol, take your Chem Wipe, put that on there. And then for these individual treatment heads, especially these, make sure that we're wiping down the surfaces and the lens very well. If debris is kept in here, hair, dirt, it can burn the lens and can actually cause damage there to the treatment heads itself. So, especially with these non-contacts, it's important. It's called non-contact head for a reason. We want to make sure that we're hovering over the surface. We're not getting into the hair of the animal, because when you hit the hair, all the debris and dirt goes back up into these lenses. When you're using a contact treatment probe, you can touch the surface of the animal with it, but it is imperative that once you are done, you are wiping down these treatment heads accordingly with a Chem Wipe and alcohol.
Show me an example.
So Chem Wipe, alcohol, rubbing down the head of the treatment head appropriately, getting all that dirt and debris off, and then you're good to go for your next treatment. So thank you guys. I'm really excited about having our new laser therapy unit. If you do end up having any questions, please feel free to reach out. We will be having some YouTube videos that are given to us through Companion, as well as our own personal ones for your use and utilization.